Jason is here.
Hello, everyone, and I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net. And today I got Bespin Bulletin. Hi, Bespin Bulletin.
Oh, we're still alive, it seems.
We are still alive.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stayed up late last night. I went out last night, had a good time, had some drinks to talk to a couple of people related to the Mandalorian and Grogu production. And I can't be specific because I don't want to out any specific person or source or group, involved in the production. Excuse me. But yeah, talked to two different cats. Both believe that filming actually is going on in May on Mando and Grogu. Like in May, there will be filming done. I'm not saying it's May 1st. I'm not saying it's May 31st. Is it 31 days in May? I don't even fucking remember.
It is.
Okay, yeah. So I'm not saying it's May 1st or May 31st, but it's somewhere in there. Things will be filmed starting on that movie. So it could, I don't know. I wonder if we could have an announcement for, early in the month. Will they announce that they're doing it, or will they keep it a secret? Because remember at first, like Favreau was like, "Hey guys, Merry Christmas. Here's IG-11" and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we get to like season 3, he's like, "Don't talk to me." He didn't want to show anything anymore. And
usually when they tweet stuff out to say like something is in production,
Mhm.
they've been later than when it actually happens. Like the Acolyte was filming,
right?
Yeah, the Acolyte was filming in the end of October, and they didn't tweet it out till like early November.
Yeah.
So that was stuff like that, and but the same thing with Ahsoka. Ahsoka, I think they were pretty much on time tweeting that out.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Ahsoka started, but they didn't say anything about Skeleton Crew. So they just sort of pick and choose when they want to,
have a presence when they feel like, yeah. It might have to do with the production itself too. Like they might have like, some little say. I'm sure they don't have that much say, but a little say.
There's a lot of buzz this year for May the 4th because they have so many things going on around it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just, I can just see a world where they would tweet out May the 4th now in production or whatever. Like
yeah, it could happen.
That we don't know, or we're not sharing a specific date. Like there's no, it's just somewhere in May. Like
yeah, buddies of ours have been. We won't say when anyone started or anything like that, but they've been there already. Like it's already been a thing, right? I mean, we could both say that. I would say,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like because there's sort of this like perspective, I think, from your Star Wars fan who just kind of like watches things in passing. No shade
Mm-hmm.
on that. That's probably the healthy way to be, but who think that like, oh, like the day that like filming begins, that's when they're like, they got the little like set out with the hammer and they're just like hammering spaceships together that day. And it's like, no, there's a lot of pre-prep that goes on for these things, and that's been happening for a little while now. And once again, I'm not saying like anybody was wrong, but I think we were some like trades or something. We're saying that filming was going to be in June. Is that correct? Does that sound right?
It was Production Weekly, and then the FTIA, then Collider.
Yeah. So. And that was probably like the initial like start the if we don't meet our milestones date, but it sounds like their things are going swell. Is what is how it sounds. So we might have a Star Wars movie actually filming in the next couple of days, so to speak. I mean, within the next month. So that's good because it's been fucking forever. Mm-hmm. It's been honestly, if I had known in 2019 that there wasn't going to be a Star Wars movie until now, I would have just been like, well, it's been a nice time. See you guys. Bye. Instead, it's been like carrot on the stick. Oh, yeah. Justice 2023. You're going to see some X-Wing fighters. We promise.
Trust us. You got Benioff and Weiss, then you got Patty Jenkins, and you got Taika Waititi. Like,
Yeah, Taika's writing. He just has to figure out one little thing. It's like how to connect the X. Don't worry, it's not a problem.
Yeah. And now he's not coming back for the next 10 years. It's just fine.
Yeah. Baymax says, beyond Andor season 2, Skeleton Crew, Acolyte, and guess Ahsoka 2, are there any other live action shows coming? Any rumblings? I don't have anything to report. The only thing that I was hearing things on were the next season of Mandalorian itself, and I honestly straight up don't know what's going on with that, and I kind of just don't think it's happening now. That's where I am at with it, and whenever I've talked to sources about it, I never got like, yeah, we're doing season 4. I haven't got that in a long time. So that's just, to be honest with you guys. I
Yeah.
don't know if they are doing it. It would be a great surprise if they were. There is always the chance that they film the movie first and then do the fourth season. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I have no reason to believe that's what's happening though.
No, but that's the thing. When we entered the start of the year, like the people who were like gonna work on the movie were gonna
Yeah,
work on it when it was a season,
yeah,
and they would still refer to it as Mando season 4.
yeah,
Like, and that's where the confusion came from. Even then, when it transitioned into a film, like officially, it's still roughly the same time they would have done it or wherever else. Like it's still that same sort of crew and areas
hmm
that they're filming in. It's that sort of wheelhouse still. And again, like the budget is supposedly around a similar price as a season. So if Disney's priorities have completely shifted in the past year to theatrical, like that's why you're seeing this become a movie, and that's why you're seeing Moana become a movie, because they'll make more money from that than they would on streaming. Um, so
and then they get to put it on streaming, so it streams
and
anyhow.
then they get to put it on streaming, and yeah, so
Yeah.
there's this whole thing
Any
with it now.
chance?
Like
Any chance they release that Moana one as a theatrical film and then actually do the season still?
it
Like
doesn't
as like,
seem so.
you
Yeah.
know how they were talking about doing with Avatar, for instance, one of
Yeah,
those.
like the longer version, like of 3 or whatever it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But-
I don't know. I think that's the thing. Like we're seeing less and less shows happen. Like look how quiet this year has been for us. Like
yeah.
we're going into a position now where like yeah, we know they're gonna do the movie in Mando. Maybe they do Ahsoka by the end of the year, or start it by the end of the year.
Right.
And where do we go from there? Like maybe there's an Acolyte season 2. They would like to do one, but again, they're not going to commit to that unless Acolyte performs relatively well for them. If Acolyte
Yeah.
doesn't get any like, look how long it took them to like decide on a second season of Ahsoka. If Acolyte performs, I don't know, Andor levels, would they even commit to it? Would they just say, okay, we'll do one more season and that's it? There's no more like they did to Andor, which was supposed to have 5 seasons, then 3, and ended up on 2. So yeah, it sort of feels as if uh live action Star Wars series aren't really a priority. And at the
No.
same time, you could also say the same thing for Marvel, because Marvel, outside of the things they already had planned and was shooting this year, so Wonder Man and Daredevil, they haven't announced anything else that they're going to film.
Don't you
Like,
think that like Disney would have to ask itself, do does having these TV shows hurt our box office?
I think it
Because
comes a
it kind of
question.
does. Yeah.
It's the it's
Because
the it's the old joke of like, oh, when you're out, you're like, oh, can we get like chicken nuggets? And then your mother says, we got chicken nuggets at home.
mm-hmm.
It's that sort of thing of like, should we go to the cinema and spend like $20 at least, £20 at least on seeing a Star Wars movie? No, we got Star Wars at home. We'll just wait for it to
Yeah.
come out on Disney Plus.
Yeah. You
Like,
you can watch Ahsoka at home. Okay.
yeah.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
So
And then
I think
she sits the 4-year old down and puts on Andor episode 1.
as they should.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry. My set list is on the wall and it's fucking annoying.
but
All right.
yeah, because at the moment, like I don't know, like a lot of people don't really haven't really been going back to the cinemas in general, and they would rather wait for the home release, whether it's like buy it or rent it through digital or wait for the streaming. So I don't
Yeah.
know, like
I've been to the movies like 4 times in the last month, like pretty much once a week I've gone.
yeah,
And every time I go to the movies, I'm like one of 6 or 7 people in the theater.
yeah,
It's not movie season right now, but it ain't great out there,
right,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
How about you? Just on a side note, you go more than me. When you've gone, I know you've gone some weird times like 10 a.m. and stuff, but for the
Yeah,
most part, has it been pretty empty for you?
pretty much. Yeah, like it's pretty fairly empty. Like the one that had the most recently was, I'd say, was Challenges was in there,
Mm-hmm.
but I went at like a more of a normal time, and that was like it was like half full or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I like I said, I go at weird times. I try and go in the early because I'm antisocial. I kind of just want to be in the quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's the thing, that's the problem with the theater experience these days. Is like you go in the evenings and sometimes people just sitting there on their phones. You got people talking. It's just like it's not a great time sometimes. So I want to go and like immerse myself.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like Abigail, which we like had seen recently, which is like really fun and that'd be good to see with like an audience, for the laughs and the shocks. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I liked Abigail a lot.
yeah, yeah, Abigail
It's
was
really
fun.
fun. If you like, sorry, I'm messing up all my browser stuff right now. Yeah, if you like the old vampire movies like Fright Night and stuff like that, Lost Boys, it really is one of those. It's not a lame vampire movie, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
okay. So a Tales of the Empire little clip just came out. Do you want to watch it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So obviously, we didn't have this planned because it just came out right now. Let me see. Okay. Is it on the screen? You can see it.
Hmm.
Everything cool?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play it now. Feel free to bark or make some noise so it doesn't get taken down.
Where is the Jedi hiding?
There is no Jedi.
Prove yourselves worthy, and you may join us. Attack! Why do you seek Imperial favor?
Revenge.
Why do you speak so weird, John?
Tales of the Empire, available May 4th on Disney Plus.
All right. Well, that was cool.
The
Yeah,
Vader
mate.
shot was cool.
Yeah. Unlike in Kenobi when we see
I
him like
know.
sitting down and his like crotch
Yeah.
is like up to his chin with the
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first thing across my mind because he's in the same place, right? He's in the Fortress Inquisitorius, were there? It looked like.
Yeah,
So-
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm guessing that whole sequence takes place there where they
Yeah.
test Barra Sophie and all that stuff. So,
Yeah, yeah. It was a cool little clip considering it comes out on Friday. You know,
mhm. Yeah,
everybody's gonna tune into that. Is already gonna tune into that. So it's just to keep the excitement for those people going, right?
right.
You don't want to show too much.
I think the way that you put it the other day, we were playing video games or something, and you were like, yeah, like that series is for the people that are already buying Disney Plus and the people that are already watching the Clone Wars and Bad Batch and all of that stuff. And it's like, and the people who follow the allure. And it's like, yeah, that's what it's for. It's not for new people. New
No,
people
it's for
aren't gonna care about Barra Sophie. They have no idea who that is, probably.
yeah. Yeah, no, this sort of show is for the fans that consume everything and enjoying consuming everything.
Yeah.
If you've kept up with the Clone Wars, Ahsoka, and everything else, this is for you. So, like, that's why you should come out on a date like May the 4th. That's why it is one for the fans. It's not trying to expand Star Wars. It's not trying to reach a new audience. It is servicing the audience that it already has.
Yeah.
You know.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's
Oh
that's
no,
fine.
no. Like
It's only they do need to do both things. So we could critique them on the fact that they're not doing the other thing, which is making it new or exciting content that does bring people in at this moment. But
that's what
I
the
guess
Acolyte's supposed to be.
that's what the Acolyte's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, so one let's have a little bit of the bummer time here. Rick Jones says Bad Batch has been a bummer. Sorry if you like it. Hope this is better. Yeah, Bad Batch has just been I watch it and I just have no connection to it. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. I watched the next to last episode and it was boring. And for me, and same thing, like I'm not here to tell anybody what's quality and you should like what I like whatever you like. I don't care. But like Rick Jones, yeah, was not excited about it. And in fact, the most exciting Star Wars animation for me has been Tales of the Jedi. That was the last thing that I really truly cared about, I think, that they put out, probably from memory. Animated animation wise anyways. And you just dropped out. You were like, you knew what it was. You were like, I'm not gonna,
I gave it 2 seasons, and like I think it's the weakest animated show bar Resistance that they've released. I think there's too much filler in the first 2 seasons. Like half the seasons themselves are filler. And it really, really impacts the flow and excitement of the show. So when we came into season 3, I had the attitude of, look, I'll watch it when somebody tells me I need to watch it. And if it is doing the filler stuff, I'll watch it around that. I'll only consume the episodes that I need to like forward the story, because filler can be interesting. It could like, develop characters that we follow. But in the case of the Bad Batch, it hasn't done that.
Right.
It just has been, oh, I waited a week for this, and then to be left disappointed, and then, yeah, so, like, unless you told me, like, yeah, you need to watch this episode, which
I know.
you
I
haven't
felt
done,
like a jerk. I'd text you and it'd be like, watch Bad Batch. Yeah. That's just pretty much what it was. I didn't bother sending you a review because you're checked out. But I was just like, yeah, every single time. I was kind of hoping that there would be like a surprise, like, oh, it's kicked
we
up
speak
here.
about it pretty much like as soon after you see it. Like, we'll go and play Fortnite or whatever, and you'll talk about what happened in the episode.
Yeah.
So I've kept up to date with the comings and going of the new season, but like pretty much every time you tell me about it, you're like, you don't need to watch this one, and that's been the attitude from you for like every episode to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're at a point where it's like, do I need to, like, again, I don't think it's that good of a show. I don't feel like I'm missing out. I know some people like it, and I'm happy for you. Like, but for me, I got no real enjoyment out of it.
Right.
But if my friends and people, who understand me and opinions I respect, for telling me you should watch this, or like at least this batch of episodes,
Right.
then I would. But like, I haven't even had that from anybody really. So
No, it is what it is,
well, even you see the demand on this show. Like, you did the one episode, the first episode, right? Well, you covered it when it launched, and there was no demand for it in follow-up episodes of the show.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's mostly Clone Wars fans that are just hoping that it works out, that are hoping like it gets good. But Royal Fino asked, do you guys think Andor season 2 is going to be a big hit given the word of mouth and buzz? I can't imagine that show having the same quiet premiere again after all the praises. I mean, I would anticipate some growth, but do you recall what the drop off for Andor was as it continued on? Andor didn't snowball, right? It kind of unfolded.
Yes, I want to say. I could probably try and dig that up.
No, you don't have to. We know that's what it did. It essentially did that. Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. So basically, that would be great if Andor did, grow and it proved something. But I don't think it's going to. I mean, that's what I want to happen, but what I want to happen in reality aren't the same thing. So I'm gonna guess Andor 2 is gonna come out and it's gonna be pretty much the same as what it was last time. That would be my prediction, but I'd love to be wrong on.
No, it
that
did
one.
gain as it went.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, so it went from 5 to 11.
Oh wow, that's actually
Yeah.
good then.
Yeah,
That's actually really good. I didn't think it did that well. That's actually, so it just started super weak and then kind of.
Yeah, and then
ramps up, okay.
Ahsoka went from 14 to 11.
So Ahsoka lost Andor gained.
But Ahsoka was dipping week on week, right, until Anakin showed up. Then it leveled out.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
When you have the cameo shows.
Yeah, then Obi-Wan was 11 to 18. Okay. Boba Fett was 10 to 15.
Right.
The average on Andor was 8 million.
8 million on Andor. Man.
That was the average, yeah.
Yeah. So we hopefully it does grow, but I wouldn't. I still don't think it's going to really change that much. I don't feel like I hear critics go, Andor's good. Andor's so good. But I don't really see like people like talking about the day-to-day things about what's going to happen to Bix and Luthen. Don't really see that popping up. But fucking Barriss Offee, that's what I see. Stupid shit like that. So don't get me wrong, I'm excited that Barriss Offee's back, but it's like, you know, not really that important of a thing for me anyways. But Baymax says Force Ghost Rob up the production value. It is,
hey, you
yeah.
know, when you buy things at shopsketchcraft.com, I put it back into the show.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
At first, I wasn't sure if you were becoming the Super Nintendo or if you were a Force Ghost, but yeah, you were clearly a Force Ghost playing Super Nintendo with the rest of his eternity.
I can out my corporeality. It depends on it depends on like the levels. Like when it's like a snow level, it's a little more transparent. There we go. Bump that just a little bit.
Ray of Water asks, has anyone else heard about this obviously fake rumor about an Obi-Wan movie being announced on May 4th? It's driving me nuts that people are humoring that it's real. I haven't heard shit about it from anybody I know. I knew everybody who worked on the first Obi-Wan, so unless they're working with a whole new crew. And are they saying that they already filmed it or they're just announcing it? But anyways, I haven't heard. You heard anything, Bespin?
No, I haven't even seen a dumb rumor about it from a bad outlet. So
I saw it pop up on Reddit. Somebody asked me, "Is this real?" I clicked on it. I saw that the account was made the day before, and I just checked out of even thinking about it. Yeah, so
Sorry,
I don't know why they would do that at this point. Anyway,
they have
Well,
like
the
4
Saudis-
movies announced
the
already.
Saudis won't allow it. They bought Star Wars last year. Remember, Jason?
Rob is referencing the rumor that the Saudis were going to buy Star Wars and turn it into, you know, it was the Culture Warriors.
They want no more Desert Planet movies. The Saudis hate the desert. So,
Oh, right. They're like,
yeah.
can we maybe make it like a tropical oasis? That sounds very appealing.
Space Dubai. Well, we've seen space Ibiza, right? Like in Andor. Right?
Yeah, you just got outed, Rob. You just got outed. You're not a Force Ghost. You're a Na'vi.
Oh, my ears are very close. My ears are very close.
Rob, after a haircut, becomes a little more Na'vi.
I need those Jake Sully dreads. If I put that on for Halloween, is that a racist?
I'm pretty sure you get canceled. Yeah.
Nah,
Okay, just checking.
I don't
I'm a
know. I
Na'vi.
mean, what? You just say you know, what? Oh, what is it? The Rick James gonna come and cancel you? Because doesn't Rick James have those?
I can't. If you can wear Rick James pants, then you could be like Rick James. You can't use them as an excuse if you can't wear the Rick James pants. So that's how that works.
Okay, so right here, Korean Star Wars The Acolyte TV spot releases new images and what episode they're from. And this is from bestbinbulletin.com on April 28th, which was like yesterday. So we got this Nemodian shot. We saw this Nemodian shot in the leaked Celebration trailer. And
Yes,
then it
the
was
exact same shot.
and then it was removed from the official trailer. And then now
Which I
they've made
complained
it.
about.
Yeah.
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 Because I thought that Nemodian looked great. And you know me, I'm not even a prequel fan. I'm like, that looked like it's like the best Nemodian. That's the kind of, that's a creature, right? That's not CGI. That's actual.
I don't know.
I think that's
It hon-
actual late.
It honestly
I know, but
looks
fact
the
we can't
same to
tell.
me, but yeah, but
No, it doesn't.
looking at it,
What's that?
I said it looks the same to me. But the collar thing right here, that makes me think it's a mask, right?
Yeah, I think it's a mask, but
Mhm.
it's very.
But wasn't the original one a mask and they just CGI'd the mouths, or am I misremembering?
No, they moved on set.
Hmm.
They do like that. Like
Yeah, and then we could see more Jedi. Like I said, this is my preference. I don't like 5 lightsabers in shots. Like it just, to me, it looks messy. It doesn't look cool. But if it was all single file, I wouldn't like it either. So I'm a tough customer on that one. So Bespin Bulletin wrote, the release of the next live action Star Wars series, Acolyte, is fast approaching, with the High Republic era series due to hit Disney Plus in just 6 weeks on June 4th. And naturally, marketing for the series is ramping up. And you could support Bespin Bulletin on Coffee if you want to just send him a tip, or Patreon if you want to support him monthly, which would be nice for him. You should do that. One of the stars of the series, the male lead, Lee Jung-jae, Squid Game, who plays Seol, appears in a newly released Korean TV spot that promotes not just the upcoming series, but wishes fans a happy Star Wars Day, aka May 4th. Jung-jae says this in the following spot. Hello, Star Wars Day is in a week. Star Wars Day 2024 will welcome everyone with many events. Have an unforgettable time at Star Wars Day. See you at the Disney Plus original series, The Acolyte, releasing this year in June. May the Force be with you. So he does confirm it wasn't an accident then that it came out when it did. They just were like, hey, let's just hit that Korean market. Was it Korean? Yeah, Korean TV spot. So, all right. May 4th this year will have many events, just as Jung-jae boasts, some of which include an epic Star Wars event in Fortnite. See what I did there? The release of the animated anthology series Tales of the Empire on Disney Plus, and all 9 Skywalker saga films will be released in theaters, and an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie will be announced. That's from BestmanBulletin.com. Okay, I made that up. The Phantom Menace will re-release. The Phantom Menace re-release will include exclusive footage of The Acolyte.
You need to emphasize you made that up, because it really did read more like that's what you were saying, Jace. You're going to confuse the weak-minded, like myself, all right, like out there.
So what you're saying, Rob, is that there is an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie being released on May 4th, 2024.
Yeah, John Campea is producing.
Produced by Collider.com.
Look, I made Dewey laugh. You never know it's going to get a laugh at it. Oh,
right.
shit.
Unfortunately, the TV spot does not feature much new footage other than a quick shot of the Nemodians that was featured in the Acolyte trailer that was shown during Star Wars Celebration in London over a year ago. That trailer leaked online multiple times following the event, though it's good to see the species in all their glory in an officially released promotional clip. Okay, I'm not sure if I could play this in the browser. Let's see what happens.
This is the.
All right, can you guys see it?
안녕하세요. 스타워즈 데이가 일주일 앞으로 다가왔습니다. 2024년 스타워즈 데이는 더욱 풍성한 행사들로 여러분을 맞이할 예정이니 그럼 스타워즈 데이에서 잊지 못할 시간 보내시고 올 6월 개봉되는 디즈니 플러스 오리지널 시리즈 아콜라이트에서 만나요. May the Force be with you.
Whoa. I don't know what that says.
The Korean logo is so much cooler than the actual logo.
Right?
Oh, man, all our logos kind of suck right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mando Grogu logo is the worst since Solo. But even our the Acolyte logo, I don't know.
The original Acolyte logo looks better than the current one. Like, they changed it, right?
I forgot what that one was. What was the original one?
It's like a thicker red.
Yeah, it was a little more 1995 Star Wars action figure-y, the original one. It had more like metal. I don't know what you call it, dude. I don't have the visual vocabulary for it.
Font, Jason. You know what I mean? Like, to appeal to the Fortnite kids, like
pretty much, yeah.
Acolyte.
So Bestman writes, Disney also released a collection of images from the series that reveals which episode the stills are from. So that kind of allows us to kind of maybe break it down a little bit if we wanted to, what happens where. The vast majority of the stills are taken from the first episode, but range from 1 to 7, though there are no stills from episodes 5, 6, and the season finale, episode 8. Take a look below. But
the Nemodian shot looked good. This does not look good. This is, man, oh boy, you know,
yeah, I was
Comic-Con,
so
it's gotten better.
Yeah, like I said, like I don't want to be a fucking downer and like be like, oh, whoa, that sucks or whatever. But well, the thing about it is like whenever I saw something from the Phantom Menace at first, and I had that cognitive dissonance of this is so different than anything I ever expected. I anticipated that cognitive dissonance, but I still was like, holy shit, though, that's a great design. Like that looks really fucking good. Like that's how I felt about everything in it. Whenever I see this, I feel like it's a copy of Star Wars. I feel like it's a derivative Star Wars TV show as opposed to looking like something that I want to see on screen. It looks
like them standing in front of a green screen with almost a video game playing in the background, Jason. Like, it's all lit. There's no discernible lights or these production stills on any movie, like especially the genre-based ones, they just never sit well with me. Like I was having this discussion with a friend of mine who's older than us, so we're closer to Santa's age, right?
Right.
This weekend, and they were just like, "Look, Star Wars was," because I was talking to them about this. This is a girl, right? And I was like, "Hey, Star Wars. Like, I got a lot of fans on the show who are like, oh, Rob, it's for kids. It was a myth or a fairy tale." And she was like, "Yeah, but it was a fairy tale that felt real."
Yeah.
Like that was the difference. Like it felt like a place you could go. I mean, they call that a used universe now, but really what it meant that it felt like you could reach out and touch it. And the painterly Star Wars kind of occurs in parts of the Phantom Menace, but really with Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, in my opinion. And when it sits in that space, I mean, there's a couple shots even in Empire when Leia's in front of a weird rear projection, and you're just like, don't hang on that shot too long. But this is, I mean, the material on the robes are not cheap. They're not like Mando cheap, but like that, she's wearing a potato sack, so that's cool. But man, that lighting. Geez.
All the thing about those, I want to know, who did Yoda fuck to make this kid? You know what I mean?
I just look what Ann Leibovitz did with the Phantom Menace, promo shots for Vanity Fair, and just always make sure your promo shots look like that. That's my advice.
Yeah, I'm guessing Leibovitz doesn't want to show up to film this.
These look like cast members at Disneyland, right? When you're like, hey, we're gonna be on Galactic Starship, or we're gonna be at Galaxy's Edge, and then you go, yeah, this is what's gonna be there. Like,
yeah, and I get, at least I think I get what they were going for, because they're like, oh, this is like Phantom Menace and everything is cleaner, and everything is, but everything in Phantom Menace still looks lived in. Like if you look at Obi-Wan Kenobi's costume from the Phantom Menace, it still looks like he was wearing it. This stuff looks like they just opened it up at Party City and put it on. Like that's where I'm not really feeling it. This looks pretty cool though.
That's a good shot. It's color graded.
Yeah. I like the design of like the village, this little like weird pathway that goes there, little cave on the right, and look over there on the right. It didn't they film that in the Canary Islands, that like cave, that like archway?
I think so, but I think this town is like this. What it's weird because the town that they filmed that in England. Like they built the place for it, and when they were filming in is it Madeira? Is that where they were in Portugal? They were. We knew they were on like at least 3 different locations there. Like obviously this is like probably just this is one of the shots that they were doing, but the rest of the stuff they didn't really build any of that stuff that was there. So we just thought they were fighting on top of rocks and in forests and whatever.
Yeah.
So I was surprised
on islands and stuff like that.
Because we have that other shot of her, right, where she's in a similar pose, in a similar position, looking at somebody else on top of a rock, remember? And we think that was in Portugal. There was somebody from behind, we couldn't see their face, that Stenberg's looking at. And that seems to be from Portugal too. Yeah. But yeah. That does look like that shot, island.
Though. Yeah. Not a fan of this.
No.
But also, to be fair,
that's a promo shot.
To be fair, yes. That's what I'm saying. To be fair, that's a promo shot, and this is from the show. Yeah. So these things might look fantastic on screen,
If that literally is, if that's not a promo shot, we turned out that's in episode 1. And they just open a door, you're like, hey, and you're like, oh,
well, it opens up like this.
That image as an episode 1 image.
Oh no,
that's what I mean. They labeled that as an episode 1 image.
Really?
Yeah, that looks like a promo shot to me.
It might be a promo shot from episode 1. That's what let's pray that's what this is.
Like they took it on set in front of like a rear projection or something.
It starts with him. He goes like, "Hey, you're probably wondering why I'm with this Yoda lady and how I got here." And then the story begins. What I don't get though
is if that's the volume, why aren't they having any of the lights projected?
They claim they didn't use the volume.
I don't.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the base. That the benefit to the volume is you get the light from the volume on the actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like otherwise you're, whatever, man.
I don't know.
So
I don't know what the benefit of the volume is other than it saves them money. But yeah, so like, see, like this is funny though to me. This is what's weird to me, is I like this shot right here. I like how the lighting and the look of it, but when I see it in the trailer, not in love with it. So I'm like, is it just the fucking trailers? You know, are the trailers just not hitting? Is that all that this
but then
is?
you
I
see
hope
everything
so.
in motion in the trailer though. Like this is just a still
Yeah.
image. So
Yeah.
if the motion isn't going well, doesn't that say that the episode itself might not look that great?
That's where I'm at, but I hope I'm wrong.
this comes down to focal length too, Jason.
What does that mean?
Right, so the type of lenses that you're using, like
Mhm.
based on like depth, right? So like
Okay.
when you can get things that separate foreground from background further, and you can get things that flatten things out to give you full focus, you know.
Yeah.
And some of those shots just end up appearing when things are like everything's in focus. I don't like it. That's like the Orson Welles' TV like style shooting. Like we want something that pulls things out to certain extents, and so it's just the way it's shot. Sometimes like it's way better than Kenobi. We've seen the worst of it in Kenobi. The way something's shot, where you're like, whoa.
Yeah. No, thank you.
No, time out. So, but yeah, I mean, the lighting and the costume and stuff is great here, but it is shot in some ways. I mean, it's a little Spielbergian without the energy, I would say. Because Spielberg, if you look at the way he shot stuff, there's a certain campiness to some of his 80s work, right? Like you could say a playfulness to it, right? But there's an energy.
Yeah.
And this sort of doesn't have that energy. It has like the walking slow in the room thing, and we're just like, I don't know, like not everyone can pull that one off, right? So
Yeah, like what I'm hoping from this show is when we see it, because it's supposed to pull from martial arts films so heavily. It's supposed to be like the Star Wars martial arts show. I'm hoping that like it just doesn't fucking cut into a trailer right when you don't have all of the subtleties of getting up to the point. So hopefully, like with the edit and how it all comes together, it's good. You know what I mean? But right now, I won't lie, I'm like a little bit worried that this is going to be like the first Star Wars live action thing that I don't like or don't care about, you know? And like somebody mentioned in the chat, like if you talk to Twitter, it's the best thing ever. And it's like, yeah, that's that kind of logic, that kind of like cheerleading doesn't help the audience let Lucasfilm and Disney know what ain't working. When you have those people that are always like, everything's good, you know, if everything is perfect, then what feedback do you have that's worth a damn? Just go, oh, well, let's just, and then they make it sound like if you don't like it, it's because you're fandom menace or something shit like that.
Fan.
Yeah.
You read the comments and all.
Well, you are a kind of a fake fan.
I'm a Muppet fake Star Wars fan because I don't like all of it. As I was telling my buddy the other day, I'm like, hey, you like football, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so you love every fucking team, right? Like when two teams go up to play, you're rooting for both fucking sides, right? Because they're in a league, you know?
Yeah,
but
you like every
team you're into, right? And he goes, well, I'm like, you see where I'm going with this? Like some teams, they just ain't your team. You know, I'm not saying they don't deserve to be in the league. I'm just saying it ain't, you know. Now, they may play a great game and I go, that was a pretty amazing game, right? Especially when you get down to the twos and the three teams of the two teams, you know, whatever. You can go, all right, you know, like, but it's not my favorite team. Like that's basically what I'm just trying to say. You can't say if you don't like every football team, you don't like football. This is ridiculous. You like every wrestler and wrestling, like every UFC fighter. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
We all want it to be great, Thomas. We all want it to be. No one here is rooting for crap Star Wars.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But you know, yeah, that's the whole thing is like, if you want to be successful, you have to either say everything's good or everything's bad. You can't be like, I don't know, it's not that great sometimes. So this looks pretty cool. This looks cool to me.
Better here than in the last Matrix film by far, dude.
Yeah, it does have a, you know, I don't know, it does that shot does have a very prequel like vibe about it, which I dig. You know, I think that's like pretty cool. So.
A better prequel, yeah, the better,
No, I'm going to disagree with you there.
Yeah.
No, you could not like it. You could not like it, Rob, but you can't tell me what I could like.
This is better.
I don't know. It's a copy. I mean, the shot is in the prequels. This very, very pose.
You got me.
But yeah. So this says episode 1. Oh, look,
Everything
Rob.
has been episode 1 so far.
She has little tattoos by her eyes. She's been in prison. She's killed people. Isn't that like what happens in prison when you get that little teardrop by your eye?
No, it's when you go to Aruba and you get, you want something to remember it by.
Yeah. 2. That was her gang name. 2.
What if she just got Ewan's buzz on the top cut, right? The spiky hair, the Chia Pet buzz. Like, what if that's just a popular look?
The green light on her face makes her look like Vanessa Rowe or whatever with hair. Look at her right there; it's very green. But yeah, I mean, this is a cool shot though. This is a really, I think this is nice composition.
Yeah.
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 Is she giving her a thumbs up? Like,
yes.
Cool, Jedi are cool. I'm not. The Sith haven't returned. You're cool.
Look at it makes you appreciate how well Jay and Silent Bob pulled off Force moves in their films, right, Jason?
Oh no!
Like they really sold it. You got to sell some of that. But, yeah.
So that's May and Indara from episode 1. So May and Indara. I got to memorize their names. No.
I am a warrior.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, I'm watching that video today.
No, but that dude is really good at playing bass in Duran Duran. You know what I mean?
No, he's the guy in the costume in I Am the Warrior. He's the other guy. He's the guy in the
pretty sure he's the guy who plays bass on Rio. I'm pretty sure, Rob.
But they're gonna get together and be in Van Halen 5. So we're all
there. We go. Yeah.
Jedi's Master Smythe over there.
Yeah. Yeah, see, like once again, very, very, very perfect costumes out in the wilderness.
I know.
I would be okay with it looking very clean at the Jedi Temple,
right?
But once they get out, it should start to. But I
think this is from the it follows on from the trailer where they're exploring caves.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
I mean, you've told me that you're one of the biggest Yord Fandor fans. Is that true, Bestman?
Yeah. I love Yord Fanda. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a yellow lightsaber, just like
we just
Rey.
Invented a new Star Wars kink, and Meg is thrilled.
All right, then episode 2. Wasn't this from the trailer?
This is from the trailer, but it's an official still of the trailer.
Official still of the trailer.
Yeah.
And from episode 2.
Quimia. Is that how you say his name? Quimia?
I'm gonna go with Kimir. I think K. Is it Q-I Key? I could be wrong.
I don't know. It's Qui-Gon, Quimir.
Well, in Star Wars it would be Q-U-I. It's Qui.
Kimia. I don't know.
Kimir. I got something to tell you.
Say their names enough for us to remember.
Kimia, Yord Fonda.
Come here, you idiot.
Come here.
All right.
I like that one. It's a good one. It's too good.
Yeah, see? He looks pretty badass though. I mean, he looks pretty cool. Right here you can see the armor. Remember during the leaks, we thought he had a robot hand for a time, but it looks like he has armor on one hand. Like he just likes to have, which I kind of don't understand the design logic in this thing, because they've said like the Jedi don't use their lightsabers. They like never use them. Like it's so rare that they use their lightsaber in this time. It's crazy, you guys. So why would he have fucking armor on his hand if they don't use, you know what I mean? Like if he's just doing
to punch somebody.
Oh, he likes to beat the shit out of people with brass knuckles? Yeah. That's the Jedi way these days. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know you had an Acolyte scoop for the show. Thank you for bringing that to the show.
That's why they're in the caves. That's where the Acolyte Fight Club is.
I like how they never use their lightsabers, and then everyone used their lightsabers in the first trailer.
His fatality is "Come here," and then he hits him up to the uppercut and like knocks him out. Come here.
His last name is Tality. So it's Soul Calibur. Yeah. Soul
I thought
Knight.
his last name was Caliber.
It's Nightbot. Soul Oh no,
Oh,
wrong
there we go.
game though, but very clever. I like it. I like it.
At Disneyland, you can become a Jedi for Seasons of the Force. And then it shows this guy. The background does the actual set looks very good in this shot though. I do like the
yeah. It's got good depth.
yeah. It's good. This is the set that Bespin had the aerial footage of, I believe. Is that correct?
Was that when Bespin was
yeah.
flying on a drone that time when he droned in?
Mm-hmm.
I was actually
Fortnite
tied to a bunch of balloons.
Just like hold on to the top of it like Fortnite style, like
no, like Eric the actor style. Yeah, they floated him in with balloons, in a little wheelchair.
Yord Fender from episode 2, and then right here they're like, "Oh, hey,
this
let's
bugged
just
the shit out of me. This shot because they haven't changed anything. That is just fucking whales. Like there is no difference. I could walk like a mile and have this." You know,
dude,
like,
it would be great if you just got like a chair and put it right there, and you sat there and you photographed yourself, just sitting right there.
Now you know how we feel about watching half a Mando. All right, you're like, that, like especially the Boba
Joshua
Fett
Tree,
episode
Obi-Wan Kenobi with Joshua Tree was like that for me.
Yeah, or when the Boba Fett episode was that because I was like, that's where they shot the $6 million man. And go watch the $6 million man and watch the Boba Fett fight on the rocks, and like literally in the backyard of a Wesleyan church out in San Clemente. Like
this is just the Wookiee seeing the Daily Mail photographer when he's trying to get the leaks. That's all this is.
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's Eunice here. Yeah, the Daily Mail's out there. Yeah, he's taking a picture of me looking
He's
like a
hiding
Bigfoot
in this little tunnel. Like,
yeah, he's in this little tunnel.
This is kind of on the DP's fault. Like, this is like you can push and pull certain things, you know, like to. There's way you can use light.
What do you think of his speeder?
It's fine.
Like, looks too cool for him.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the speeder by itself, we're not dealing with a Book of Boba Fett Space Vespas thing here at all.
It's much better than that, but yeah,
it's more of like a expanded universe 1996 swoop bike kind of thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, like something you'd see in Mask, you know.
But if that's his, I don't think it's a good fit for him. Does that make sense?
I want to see a 9-foot Wookiee ride that little thing. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, well, remember Count Dooku on his little rascal?
Yes. He looked just like that Wicked Witch on her bicycle in Wizard of Oz. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I play every time I see it. I'm like,
yeah.
I am the warrior.
So this is episode 4.
And then like right here we can see that. So is this a training saber or is this pre-visual effect on the sabers?
It's like a kendo stick.
It's those ones, yeah. Her belt design has the like little Jedi thing on it, I guess. Little Jedi logo, little Jedi Order logo or whatever. Jackie Lon and Master Lack Shay from episode 4.
They spent a little more on the costumes than say Mando season or the Book of Boba Fett. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not crazy about it though. Still,
this is the one you tweeted out saying you didn't like, right?
This is my this doesn't feel right to me. It doesn't. This I'm getting like on the like once again the prequels. The old guys were all like, it looks fake to me, and it's like it all looks fake to me always. But this looks more fake to me than the usual stuff. This reminds me of Obi-Wan and Anakin in the flashbacks in Kenobi. Like not digging it. Not a big fan, but it is cool that Jesus is back there on the right. Like, see him right there? Space Jesus. Kind of looks like him. But
now I'm going to turn blue milk into wine.
That'd be cool. Alcoholic blue milk.
Then I'm going to get shit-faced and piss off the ledge.
Yeah. And then right here we have that Yord Fandor.
Yeah, okay, all right.
That is officially the fucking weakest name I've heard in a long time.
Yeah.
Jackie, Lon, and Soul from episode 4.
So again, this is where they come into contact with the use of the red lightsabers. So we know that happens in the 4th episode now.
So
that also seems to be the planet that Man Bun Chewbacca named Kalnaka is on.
Yeah.
So he must discover something in episode 3 that leads to them coming and exploring the planet.
And he's not with them in the wider shot that we saw of this before?
No, I don't think so. We know we've seen him in past shots in the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
Like walking around, and then obviously we've seen set photos of Zheng Jai going through the woods.
Right.
And there was a couple of other Jedi that aren't in this, right? Remember there was like Dean Chapman's Jedi and whatever. So yeah, the conflict seems to happen there. We also know from the set photos that Stenberg was there with like a witch-looking woman. Remember?
Yeah.
So that's all on this planet. So that's all episode 4.
So do we think Stenberg and the witches are teaming up to fuck up Jedi in this story potentially? Maybe covertly?
No.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like because when you see the witch and the people like protecting her, because we wondered if she was like almost royalty.
We thought she was like a dignitary or royalty.
Yeah, because they have like guards, and Stenberg has like similar weapons to those guards.
Mm-hmm. They have like bows and arrows, but I guess it's those light bows. We should have put that together when we saw the bows and arrows that they'd be the light bows. But...
Yeah, so I don't know what this is like, but again, that character like is wearing a different outfit than what Stenberg wears when we saw her on this planet. Remember?
Okay. Yeah.
Like the person who has the red lightsaber is in an all black outfit. Stenberg is in like purple and like it looks like chainmail and whatever else on it.
Right.
But,
yeah. So they might be here for like a couple of days in the story. So maybe it does change. I wonder if she kills Kelnaka, then they're like, oh shit, our homie got killed. Send all the Jedi with lightsabers because he got fucked up. You know, he's dead.
Well, I wonder how far she gets, like in trying to fight, what do you call it, Carrie-Anne Moss, because that's the first episode that she has that fight. In the second episode, it seems as if these guys are looking through the town, right? And we've seen Stenberg like in that town before.
Yeah.
So maybe they're tracking down Stenberg, who's like fled to this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's like Kelnaka with his man bun shows up, and he's like, I could smell her. I got the scent. He's like sniffing on the ground like a dog, and like he runs out into the woods and gets lost.
Then he gets told he ain't built for this.
Oh yeah, here's the witch. She looks cool.
This isn't the witch we were on about earlier, though.
No, this is a different one.
Yeah, the one we're on about is like she's like a white chick with like I think she had like orange hair.
Okay, so she must just be just a normal night sister. And this is their mother, right? So this would be one of the leader or one of the leaders. But
I mean, look, there's more work put into the materials on that outfit than we've seen in Kenobi.
Well, this is maybe the best costume I've seen from the show at this point. Right. Look at her nails. They're like really pointy. She has a little Carrie Fisher Coke nail.
Those are her Coke nails, dude.
That wasn't real, by the way, but
they are now. Now they're canon.
They are now. Now they're canon. Good.
Now they're canon.
Rob, you're really good at keeping track of canon, so I appreciate that.
I'm a canon knight.
Look, are there like little flowers on the ground? Does that like a thing? Is that
we know they all put their hands out when she like walks in front of them, right?
Oh, so it's like Coming to America. when they throw the pedals down.
Yeah, Zamunda. Yes.
Is your Jedi? No, or whatever he would say.
He ad-libbed that whole song.
Really?
Yeah, that's just done on the spot.
It's magical.
People are trying not to laugh.
So then this is just stuff. The usual stuff. Okay, and you could support Best Spin on Coffee and Patreon.
Yeah, please do. The website hasn't really made any money this month, so that'd be cool. There's no Star Wars news.
Let's do one
every
more.
Time those bots raid his forums to pillage his stuff, Bespin has to pay all the bandwidth, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I have no idea who this is. I never saw Supergirl. Supergirl's David Harewood reportedly cast in Star Wars: The Acolyte, and this is from BestmanBulletin.com. And that's him in Supergirl.
Oh, look at that logo.
Yeah, this is the one just like the real basic one. That's the other that's like the one that's not. That's just like the basic one though. But yeah. We're less than 2 months away from the premiere of the latest Disney Plus live action Star Wars series, The Acolyte. Despite being so close, we're still getting casting updates from the series, this time courtesy of Jeff Snyder of The Hot Mic. Snyder took to the latest episode of the podcast to reveal what he considered a little scoop that David Harewood, is it Harewood or Harwood? I don't know. The actor Harewood, the actor probably best known for his role of Martian Manhunter and CW Supergirl, will feature in The Acolyte in a small role. Snyder had no additional details regarding Harewood's role in the show, but you can read the exact quote from Snyder below. It's a little thing, but I can tell you that David Harewood, who played Martian Manhunter on Supergirl and all those DC Arrowverse shows, he was John Jones, okay, whatever that, however the hell you say that. He's going to be in John Jones, John Yowza, Joe Yowza. He's going to be in The Acolyte. David Harewood has joined the cast of The Acolyte, and it's a small role, but he will be in the show, which I believe debuts in June.
Good voice, bad makeup.
Really?
Yeah, not good makeup.
In Supergirl, or just like when he goes out?
Yeah, I know fans are like, it was great. It's not.
It's not great. As mentioned, Harewood is best known for starring in the DC CW projects such as Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow. The actor also features in the TV series Homeland and has contributed his voice to various high-profile video games, including Battlefield 3, Killzone, Shadowfall, Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare, and Horizon Zero Dawn.
Did you ever see The Legend of Tomorrow when they put George Lucas in there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, because it was a time-traveling show where they did like Quantum Leap with superheroes. They got randomly thrown around time and to like figure out the thing to do to solve it to get to the... It was literally just Quantum Leap.
Just Quantum Leap. Yeah.
But they went back to like George Lucas, like in Star Wars and stuff.
It was a bad show.
It wasn't a good show, but that was fun to watch because it was almost like that George Lucas in Love skit as an entire episode. Yeah. Like,
okay.
Yeah. With that superheroes. You can't make it up. Yeah.
And then this is all the same stuff, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So at least there's some casting. Yeah. I have no idea who that is. Maybe that's exciting to
what if he's like one of the villains? Like, what if he is, the Sith?
What if he's Darth Plagueis? Is that your scoop?
No. Well, there was a quote from somebody. I can't remember who it was from, but it's somebody attached to the Acolyte, and they said that, like, they're supposed to have a Sith and an apprentice, right? Master and an apprentice, but the Acolyte is the apprentice to the apprentice.
Oh, right.
So
it's the Asajj Ventress. She's a Ventress to the.
So
right.
If like Stenberg is that, then like he could be he might not need to have a big role. Snyder said is a small role. If he's the master of the apprentice, he's just basically sending that person out on a job.
Right.
Right. Like I could see like this guy has a great voice. I could see him being like a Sith Lord.
And then they would obviously team up to kill the main Sith Lord, right?
What if he's just the guy at the counter when they walk in somewhere and ask, like that's what they usually do in Star Wars. Like,
wow, Sith Lord, haven't seen you guys around in a millennia.
And then paging Mr. Herman, like.
Okay, so Mr. Bespin wrote like 15 articles on this, and this one probably has all of the main info in it. This is from April 27th. We've seen Chewbacca today. Lando covers in Chewbacca skins confirmed be coming to Fortnite during Star Wars events.
If you just write Acolyte in the Fortnite font, it's a much better show. Right?
Oh, there you go.
Acolyte.
Yeah, so it looks like there's going to be Star Wars instruments in the game for the music mode. There's the Lando model. I like Lando. I think he's looking good.
Is Jizz going to be canon in Fortnite now, Jason? Like,
of course.
Oh, awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah, you could jizz whale all you want, dude. In Fortnite, you can do it all you want. Nobody can stop you. Readers would know that Bespin is an avid Fortnite player. Not me. That's for kids. So when there's new Star Wars content coming to the Battle Royale, I'm always looking to keep fans and my fellow players updated. Before we continue, you could support him on Ko-fi and Patreon. Over the past few weeks, we've known, thanks to leaks and data miners, that a number of skins and Star Wars-related items would be coming to the game. First off, miners revealed that Chewbacca's bowcaster was set to arrive on May the 4th. Typically, when specific Star Wars weapons are added, like Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, it usually means that the owner of the weapon will be getting a skin. thus led to speculation that Chewbacca would finally be getting a skin in Fortnite. In addition to Chewbacca's bowcaster leak, a new Leia Organa skin dubbed Adventure was found in the files and was reported to be present the same time in Fortnite's item shop as the Chewbacca skin. What the Leia skin isn't known that through data miners, though data miners believe it's an outfit seen in Star Wars Battlefront 2 and various Star Wars comic books. So it would be like that Leia comic book series outfit in the Battlefront one. That, by the way, just a little side note, that Leia comic book series was designed to tie in to Ragtag. There was a tie-in in it, and they never got to do it, obviously. All right. Shortly after Fortnite announced that a new Star Wars event would begin on May the 3rd in celebration of Star Wars Day, May the 4th. And then in the weeks that followed, it was reported by data miners that John Williams' Cantina Band track would be added to Fortnite's Rhythm Mode Fortnite Festival. At this time, it's unclear if Cantina Band will be the only track added in game, though leakers, data miners have suggested we could get more than one song. In an in-game video present in Fortnite yesterday, which I still haven't got, by the way. You got it, like, I get it every time. I still don't have it. It was confirmed that the Star Wars event would encompass 3 game modes: Battle Royale, Festival, and Lego. Lego Fortnite could just be Lego variants of newly planned skins of Battle Royale characters, which typically happens. Or that it could also include Lego-specific items or sets. Data miners haven't made any comment on the Lego sets, but we do know the skins being added to the Battle Royale will receive Lego variants, and that the mode will also see the inclusion of NPCs, lightsabers, and blasters. So I'm of the opinion, it's not a thing that's like confirmed by any of these leakers, but that because there's Lego Star Destroyers coming, I think it's going to be a set you buy for like $20, you know. But update, this is your update. Now we have the picture of Chewbacca, the mighty Wookiee Chewbacca. See, I actually like it better when I'm looking at it now than when I looked at it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Once I got like the visual out of my head about what it was going to be, I think I like it a little bit more than I did. But you know, I want to see him when he's just like regular, you know. So I hope because like he might come with like a cool emote too. He might like put his hands up and do the Chewbacca yell, you know, or some shit like. Yell? Yeah, that'd be good.
Do the Tarzan yell.
Yeah, that's the Chewbacca yell now, dude. Nobody knows who Tarzan is. I told you. Tarzan's dead, dude. Chewbacca. Chewbacca. No, Phil Collins sucks, dude. Phil Collins is like 9/11. We don't want to talk about it anymore.
Phil Collins, one of his songs is in The Fall Guy.
Oh, fucking hell.
And probably Stranger Things when we get there.
Yeah. Well, when it doesn't make its money back, I know why. Back to the original article.
Phil Collins?
Because of Phil Collins.
But he saved Tarzan.
Are you allowed to say if you've seen a movie like that, Bestman?
I don't know. Like,
okay, all right. Anyways, I'll out you. He liked it last week. A partially complete Lego image.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guys.
Oh,
Fall Guy. Not
you
Fall
liked
Guys.
Fall Guy.
Yeah.
It was.
Bestman has a soul.
Yeah. Last week, a partially complete image leaked of Lego Fortnite Star Wars update. The image itself contained Lego variants of characters that currently aren't in Fortnite, which included those characters being a Death Trooper, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Rebel Fleet Commander, and Rebel Fleet Trooper.
Not interested.
Yeah, but Rob, everybody else
I want Goongans. Come on.
Rob, what do we always say?
Me.
No, what do we always say? We need to talk about what's there, not about what we want to be there.
Look, you keep telling me the prequels have won the fans over. They've grown up with it. Now it's all they love. It's the greatest Star Wars ever. Goongans.
Yeah, they released like fucking 10 characters last year from it.
Give me the Goongans. I will buy the Goongans. I will buy all of them.
We're good.
The Tarples, the Binks, the Ness, the whatevers, the Floppatsuits.
No, you won't. You say that, but when it happens, you won't do it. You'll be like, oh, you know what? They should have done Jar Jar Senate outfit.
Jason.
They should have done him in the Senate when he says Dello Felagates. Fuck that. I ain't buying it.
I want the Felagates, right? Oh, the Beezerabouts, all of it. I will buy them all.
So
give me the Gungan pack. Give me a Guggen season pass.
Based off of the image, though, the Death Trooper, Chewbacca, C-3PO, Rebel Fleet Commander, Rebel Fleet Trooper do appear to be in it. Bespin had a theory when we were talking that the Rebel Fleet Commander and Rebel Fleet Trooper could be separate. They could be the same, but they also might be like those generic Ghostbusters that we got, you know, where it's like humans, like, hey, I'm white lady in Ghostbuster outfit.
Ethnicities and genders, and you're just in the outfit, like when they do the NBA stuff and Ghostbusters. And
give me Darth Jar Jar. Come on, you know Darth Jar Jar would sell, Jason.
No,
Fortnite's the perfect place to put that.
No, they're actually putting that in a Lego set this year.
Excellent.
So the Lego figure could show up in here. This leak, if accurate, and we believe it to be so, data miners earlier this week discovered files relating to the Death Trooper, indicating that the 5 Star Wars skins will be added to the item shop on May 3rd. And we saw that image, right? That image was pretty concrete.
Yeah.
May 3rd. 6 when you include the currently still under wraps Leia Organa skin. Lego earlier this week even confirmed that Chewbacca will be coming to Lego Fortnite, meaning a Chewbacca skin is officially coming to Fortnite on May 3rd. And then right here, you could see that the alien in the background. You see him over there? What's his name?
Judy Tenuta with that pose, right? Like,
yeah, he's rocking out, dude.
I wish he had taken that photo in 1981. Right.
Like my wish for the music mode was that they had put the modal nodes, like you could just buy one modal node and then they could sell you the instruments. I would be okay with that because it would be fun to play the music game as that character, and it would be easy to make. So maybe someday. Up until today, we know of 1 confirmed skin, Chewbacca, and 5 additional skins to arrive on May 3rd. Fortnite has now confirmed that Lando will be coming on May 3rd and shared an image of the smoothest man in the galaxy jamming out in Fortnite's festival mode. This now brings the number of skins possibly being added to the Fortnite to 7 on May 3rd. It remains to be seen if there will be even more new skins added to the game on May 3rd, but at this time it feels as if we have quite enough to satisfy fans. How much did you did the math if I was to buy it all, didn't you? You said it was gonna be like
it's like 11,000 V-Bucks, which means you would have to buy the highest tier, which is $90.
$90.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not doing it. I'm not doing it. I will buy.
If it were Gungans, I'd spend $90 on it though.
Yeah, I will probably buy the Death Trooper, Chewbacca, and Lando, and maybe Leia. I don't know, but I will probably buy Lando. If I was only buy 1, I would buy Lando. If I only buy 2, it'll be Lando and the Death Trooper. You know, those are the ones
I'd spend $90 actually play with. George skin. I'd play as George.
George, yeah,
100%.
So it hasn't been announced, but it's expected past Star Wars skins will be brought back to the item shop from the 3rd of May in addition to all the aforementioned new content. Lightsabers and force powers that were present in past Star Wars events will also be in Battle Royale on May 3rd. So, yeah. There we go.
I like American Graffiti George and Diane Sawyer George. Those are my 2 favorite Georges.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Old Georges. Yeah, but I mean, I am with you though, Rob. I mean, if they put Jar Jar in, I would fucking buy Jar Jar. Like,
I think we'd all have Jar Jar.
Yeah,
yeah. We'd be Team Googans for like a month.
Oh yeah. Just imagine you down a guy and just they beat like 3 Jar Jars around you, beating them with the pickaxes.
Yeah,
except for Azatru, you know what I mean? Like
Azatru wouldn't buy it. Yeah, even though he gets free V-Bucks.
Yeah.
He gets free V-Bucks and he won't
remember
buy it?
He does that like thing through like Xbox so he can like convert to V-Bucks for free.
Oh right. And maybe we should ask him to buy us skins. You think he'll buy us skins?
He could. He could buy us skins. Yeah, he could just gift it to us.
Buy us skins. That's true. Yeah, but Brandon says I have the Leia comics with her in the adventure outfit, and I love the comics. So like that is a good costume. For something that was like designed outside of a film and everything, and I do like it. The only thing I don't like is I don't like it when the action figures and Fortnite in this instance release things when they haven't done all of the movie outfits yet. Like I would rather have Hoth Leia. And so my hope is that we are getting Hoth Leia, and the variant of Hoth Leia is the comic book adventure outfit. Like that's my hope.
I don't know. It seems to have like an Empire Strikes Back vibe. Like when you look at that Chewbacca image, they've specifically used him in the snow. like the small snow section on Fortnite currently that has snow.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then you have Lando, who obviously was introduced in Empire. So I don't know. Maybe we do get Hoth Leia along with Adventure Leia. Because the last Leia skin we had 2 variants, right? Like you had the helmet off and helmet on.
Yeah, yeah. We had white outfit Leia and we had A New Hope Leia and Return of the Jedi Bausch Leia in the same thing, and her helmet comes on and off and everything like that, and it was a pretty good release. So
I want the Leia where she's shaved one side of her head and dyed the other half like marzipan. That was my favorite Leia.
Utility Eulogy asks, Bestman, do you get significant visits from Fortnite searches? Is it worth your time to report on it?
It's not worth my time reporting anything at the moment. Like in general, like nothing gets views. So like, you know, like I can cover the Acolyte, I can cover Fortnite, wherever it may be, and there's no views. That's what I'm saying. Like, if people wanted to support on Ko-fi or Patreon, because the Patreon numbers are going down again, obviously. Like, then cool, that helps out massively. Because, like, in all honesty, I texted Astrid about this earlier because I was like, what can I do to try and generate more views? And I was like, I've made £36 this month on the website. Like, there's no money coming in through any of the searches. And in regards to Fortnite specifically, I play Fortnite like pretty much every day. So I like covering the Fortnite content, especially when it like crosses over with Star Wars, because why not? You know, like I'll cover the Star Wars video games, so why wouldn't I cover this? Like,
we Anchorman assemble on Fortnite, folks. You know.
Yeah.
Baymax says,
with us.
Guys, you've been away since all the Outlaws drama. What's your take on K-Vess being uglified, defeminized from the model who mocapped her, made her look like a dude from a modern audience? And as true,
they just gave her the Bethesda look. What are you talking about, Baymax? Everyone looks like a Bethesda model now.
So as a true actually told me this the other day or a few weeks ago now, I can't remember, but he answered it in the chat. Kay's model was made before anyone was cast and was never meant to look like anyone according to the actor. So in this instance, they actually just cast somebody hotter than the character model to be the character in the thing. I honestly though, my take is don't give a fuck, because I'm just not interested in banging video game characters. It's not a thing I think about personally. So don't really care.
Japanese make it. You get a hot character model.
I mean, if they want to give me all
the stuff on Stella played lately, Jason.
I just need a big K-Vess pillow, body pillow. And if they make that, then we're in, right? No, I'm joking, obviously. But I saw that kind of going down, and I was just like, fucking Star Wars people, dude. Just fucking Star Wars people. Like, it's just another stupid.
Gamers in general, though, Jason. Like,
I know. It's because these are baby movies and baby shows with baby things in it, and they act like babies around it.
They were doing this with Horizon. Like, was it last year that Horizon, the second one, came out for Forbidden West, where like they were moaning that Aloy had her face was chubby, and she had like, you could see a bit of like hair on her face, and the joke was that you can tell these people have never come up close to a woman's actual face before.
Yeah.
Well,
like on what was that one, Fallout? The guy like photoshopped her butt to be like a whole different butt.
Just random, like just put it in like tight leather pants that show off her ass, like.
And she's like already like super attractive.
Yeah.
Like what are you doing? It's weird. Yeah. But
this is why I like artistically drawn designs versus realism, right? Because realism's, everyone has a version of what they want to see, and I like an art style. I'll prefer, the concept art as a game for like Warcraft versus the movie Warcraft any day of the week. That's just how I feel. So you guys want this realistic game shit, then you get what you get,
Yeah.
So
that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I've been making fun of the look of Cal Kestis now for 10 years. So, like it's Uncanny Valley, the game.
Been a long time.
I can't, that's how it works.
Thomas says he's a proud Patreon supporter. Love your content.
Tom is a legend. We all know this.
Tom is a legend. He is.
He's fantastic. He's a fantastic man.
He's a nice dude. Love that guy. As a Truth says, all of the cast don't really look like their characters much, to be honest. It's just different, obviously, all the other recent Star Wars games, so people expect more of that. Okay. And then Baymax likes the commando droid in a trench coat. You know, and
I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust that droid.
Oh, because it flashes.
Yeah, he flashes.
The flash. It does look like a flasher B1 battle droid or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Flash R.
They should add him into Fortnite.
Flash R.
SHR. Yeah. FLSHR. Flasher.
Flasher.
That sounds more like a Star Wars name than Yord Bandor or whatever the fuck.
Yord Fonda. Yord Fonda.
Yeah, Yord Fonda sounds like we invited Baymax over to play the Star Wars RPG, and he wasn't feeling very creative that day. And we're like, come on, Baymax, do better. But
we have a great list of names for that show. We have Kimia, whatever his name is. You're Jackie Lon, you know, you have Yord Fonda. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Jackie Longdong. No, Dave, you can't. You're not on this one. Nope. You're off.
Do you like any of the names at all?
No, they're all crap.
I like Jackie Longdown, Jason.
I know you do. I knew you would.
That's
Dave.
My favorite. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in my movie. Just certain parts of him. Though,
no, that's it's a girl. But okay, cool. Yeah. No, I don't really think any of the names
he
are variants.
transitions after the Empire, Jason. Know what I'm saying? To hide out. And
congratulations.
Stuff, so, Yeah, I know. I'm inclusive.
Yeah, I honestly like what Andor did with names. I think Gilroy's methodology for names was a bit better for Star Wars than what 100%. This is, and this is going for that expanded universe novel feel. Like, I think she said it so many times, and I hear these names, I believe her. I just don't really like the novels. I think they're
Kevin J. Anderson is just frothing from the mouth right now.
Kevin J's like, I should have been writing this shit. Come on, give Kevin J some work. Give Kevin J some work.
Indara is a pretty normal name, though, right? Like, Carrie Ann Moss, that's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty middle of the road for a Star Wars name. Yeah, it's you know, like it's up there with like Padme's Handmaiden number 12 name or some shit.
Yeah,
you know?
And then what's Jung Jae Sol or Soul or whatever his name is? Sol, isn't it? SOL.
I do like that one because that means like sun or whatever. You know, it's also a beer. I think it's a beer as well.
Yeah.
So
do you think when the Jedi are in trouble they say, "Oh, we better call Saul"?
Yes.
They do. Saul.
How did you, man? You're spoiling episode 2, buddy.
Can somebody please make that poster? Like, with him, Better Call Saul.
Yeah. It's going to be an episode title name once we have something to for the show. Once we have
no, it's a song.
Some news.
It's a song. You got to make a song.
The song Better Call. All right, I'll do it. But
he just signs you up for work, Jason.
It's fine. It's good. I like.
I asked him every week to make songs for The Mandalorian, and he was like, "No, The Mandalorian season 3 is shit. I'm not doing it."
Yeah, I have to be. I have to be inspired. I got to be inspired.
Big's hottest of the Star Wars chicks.
You know you want to make a Bad Batch song, Jason. You're inspired.
See, no, I don't. But if Biggs does anything, she'll get a little tune.
I love that song. It's so catchy. I still sing it now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You got to stop singing it during the love making, though, Bassman. Right? It's ruining.
She needs to know. She needs to know what I'm thinking of. You know, like standards need to be met. But no, that's a good song. Let's do a Better Call Saul song.
Better Call Saul. There we go. Yeah. But all right. Well, I think we did it, guys. I think we've done it all. We did a good show.
Can I make a point before we go?
Go ahead.
Quick. I'll be quick.
Yeah, you can do it.
So I'm watching Shogun, right?
Okay.
Yeah, first 2 episodes, really good show. Book based in the 70s. It was a little bit of an antiquated book, but they've done a really good job modernizing it and kind of refocusing the story. And it just made me think: can't Lucasfilm? Can't they just like buy historical books that are really great and just convert those into Star Wars movies versus trying to like reinvent the wheel every time or get these lame Star Wars novels and translate them? Like, because you know what I mean? Like, can't we just? Because you can easily see the Shogun story existing in a early Republic or even in the far future. You want to
know what I think the actual problem is of what you're speaking about? Like
Sure.
when you look at, once again, to go back to Tony Gilroy, what is he basing things on?
History.
He's basing things on historical narratives that he's found compelling, that he's read over the years.
Right.
Whereas a lot of people come into Star Wars basing Star Wars on Star Wars.
Well,
And when you base Star Wars on Star Wars, the copy of the copy feels like a copy of the copy.
No, you're
And
right.
and I don't know if that's always that way, but I know it happens sometimes. And like I think Filoni has a very interesting balance of those two things for the most part, where he does bring in, but you know, you can say it doesn't go far enough, but he definitely does base Star Wars on Star Wars all the time.
Yeah.
And then so it's, you know, but then like the idea of like what Favreau did, where he's doing that like Lone Wolf and Cub kind of mashup of those two things. For instance, if you want to take it to Favreau, I think that was an inspired, smart idea. You know what I mean? It makes sense, but I don't know what the stories on Acolyte are, so I can't really go like, oh yeah, Acolyte is that. But when I hear like the names, that feels like basing Star Wars names on Star Wars names, as opposed to like maybe finding and thinking of something.
But
like
I mean, if
that
they're
you
gonna
find
make like
beautiful.
a Rogue Squadron show, if they're gonna make, they should just buy some novels from World War II's. You know what I mean? Like actual.
You don't even have to buy them. You just have to read them and then base it and then be like, it's inspired by it. Like, because it's history.
I know Lucas did that, but he wouldn't get away with that today. Like, you know that.
Well, no, not the whole entire thing, but you can do like, you know, those moments.
But they can option these things. They have the money. You know, that's the easiest. Then you get the actual story, and you know, I think people should get paid. You know, I don't. They have the money to do it, and rather than trying to reinvent the wheel and write the world's greatest stuff, there's millions of great books and stories out there that are never going to be filmed.
All right, Kathleen Kennedy, me and Rob, we want to get together. We want to do Full Metal Jacket Star Wars. You ready to do it, Kathleen Kennedy? Are you fucking afraid? You seen Civil War?
Who the fuck said that?
Yeah. Bespin's going to write it. You're going to write it, Bespin. And I'm going to direct it, and Rob's going to do all the concept art.
Full Metal Jar Jar.
Full Metal Gungan.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Jar Jar is a J, so you win.
that's why I went there.
You win. Full Metal Jedi.
I just wanted to put that out there. Just saying.
Yeah. But yeah.
Shogun
but
is also fantastic though. Great series.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great series.
Yeah, no, I like Shogun. I'm 3 episodes in right now. And the only thing that stops me from watching it is the fact that I don't want to watch it when my kids are around, because they distract me too much and it's long. But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to finish it.
It's all out now. You can just binge it.
Yeah.
Nah, Jason, I'm buying a book. I'm buying the Vagina Monologues. We're going to do 3 whole movies based on that. I can't wait.
So
Y'all
it's
gonna
gonna
love it.
It's gonna be a lady from Star Wars sitting on that Count Dooku balcony from Geonosis, like that
Right,
vaginal
y'all like speeches, right? You know,
thing,
you
and
want,
then she's like, I remember the first time I spilled blue milk. I spilled blue milk all over my pussy. That's how it begins.
You tempted to buy the blue milk that's in stores at the moment.
I would buy it for the kids when we have it. I haven't seen it at my grocery stores.
I've seen a bunch of people like posting about that they found it in stores recently, because it's supposed to be ready for May the 4th, right?
But if you had the story of the Shogun, right, and you had that visuals from the Lop episode, right, from Star Wars Visions, you know what I mean? Like, just think about that, you know?
Oh no, it would be great, Rob, but we can't have grown up things in Star Wars. We have to. Everything has to be a baby movie in Star Wars. That's the problem.
Bad Batch.
You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to
I'm
leave
with
it on
you,
a
though.
negative.
I'm with you, though.
just saying there's so many possibilities here. It just you know, when we can't come up with the greatest script for the Rey movie, you know, there's 15,000 historical novels that are probably really excellent to read. You can just pull from. You know, like, and they probably all exist. Stuff from India, stuff from Russia, stuff from Poland, from Egypt, from wherever, that all probably exist about what happens after a giant regime falls or some shit. What was life like? I mean, you know, like there's just thousands of years worth of recorded history, and I don't know, you know, they're out there trying to figure out. I don't know, man.
Well, you know, no. See, I think they did figure it out. But then but the way that they figured it out was with 80-year-old Rey, supposedly. And then they're like, no, that is not going to make us any money. You know what I mean? People want Daisy Ridley, not, you know, Helen Mirren in a Rey costume, you know? So I can see, you know, I don't want it. I'm with them. But I do think,
they did want it for a while, though, to be fair to them. They wanted it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
years to develop a story you don't use is just something else, man. Like 1979's Lucas would just flip, you know? Like,
Yeah.
he just rampaged through Marin County, you know, Godzillaing his way through ILM, like kicking shit over. You know, this is just the blatant waste of time and money is just amazing to me. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a weird thing. Do you think JJ is gonna have to be a producer on that movie?
Oh, because he created Rey?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Executive producer, probably.
He's also desperate for work at the moment, so he might really want to be a producer on that.
Well, Bespin, he's been sitting on the fucking Half-Life license in Portal since 2013. Maybe he could get on with that.
He's had this fucking $500 million Warner Brothers deal for like 5 years. He's done shit. So
he's the only look. To be fair though, he's the only guy pissing off Zaslav like at night, which you got to admit is pretty. It's making us a little happy, right? Like the fact that he wasted 500 million of their money does make me feel a little better.
500 million?
Yeah,
that's how much the deal was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, to do nothing.
Half a billion. $500 million. Just for being you. That's great.
The only things we know he's a producer on is Lovecraft Country, which came out, which was very hit and miss.
Jonathan Masters, right?
Yeah, he's doing the Cape Crusader, right? Like he's a producer on that.
Really, don't get your hopes up for that one, folks.
Just
letting you know. I've seen some.
And yeah, what else is it? Yeah, and then according to Snyder, like he's jokingly said that he's sat outside the Warner Bros. A lot, saying he will buy people dinner for scripts. You know.
No, we don't utter that name anymore, Utility. All right. We put that in the storage locker.
No, what he's asking is Kasdan wrote episode 7 with JJ, so who would actually get the character creation credit on that one?
Oh, okay.
And I actually, though, I would have to imagine that at a certain did JJ have producing credit on The Last Jedi?
Yes.
But if all he did was change her name from Kira to Rey, does it really count?
No, like he and Lawrence Kasdan and him made that character, so there is that. But Kasdan apparently didn't get. I don't think he got producing credit on it.
No, JJ got producing credit on The Last Jedi.
Yeah. So
that's why I wonder if he will be listed as a producer on this.
Yeah, probably. For their sake, I hope not though. But anyways, thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. We got to get going. We got stuff to do. This guy's got stuff to do. He's a Force Ghost. He's fine. He's just.
I got a comic coming out, Jason, July 24th.
July 24th.
Spawn Kills Every Spawn. You can pre-order it now at your local comic book shop. Come from Tom McFarlane. So if
Spawn kills.
See what I'm sitting here usually drawing. That's Spawn Kills Every Spawn.
Spawn Kills Every Spawn.
Yes, written by John Layman.
And there was like a thing for it in previews, wasn't there? Something like that.
Yeah. It's out there. You can pre-order it now at your local comic book shop.
Yeah,
July
pre-order
24th.
Issue. Yeah, July 24th. You fucking idiots.
5
go buy
dumb
it.
Fucking issues now.
There's 537 of you in the chat right now. We better have 537 copies sold. Got it?
Bestman's like, I just want $1 from everyone.
You know what? I'll just take $1. Yeah, I mean, I made $0 today. Doing
Bestman,
great.
you gotta yell at people like Roka. All right, you're being too nice. I told you.
No, I'm a fucking millennial, Rob. Right? I'm not very confrontational.
Like me. Look, I'm only confrontational because I have this stupid grin, right? Like me and Snyder, we got that look that it's just punchable. It's got punchable faces.
All right. Rick Jones says adios, Striker. Striker out.